The beat always got me always skanking, you know. I swear to God, bro.
Trust me, trust me. We need a little football with ends motive.
Hey, little vibe. Hey,
Yeah,
man, ain't
man.
ready for them vibe, man. Them skanks and that, bro. Man, ain't ready for them night out. Them night out there is crazy still. Them night out there crazy. But listen, big up, man, to everyone locked in, man. Sorry again, guys. We had to run it a bit later, but we still brought it to you nonetheless, man. Busy day, but we found the time to get the stream done. Liverpool versus Everton preview. JJ in the building. We'll chop it up. I'm sure. Let's see if the man them eventually jump in if they are. But big up to everyone inside. Smash the like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, share it, do all that nice stuff, man. First and foremost, bro, man, how are you today, man? Before we get into the football combo.
I'm mixed. I was calm and then got like just a silly phone call, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I just got.
Someone's always winding man up. I know, bro.
But you know, just like you've called me for this.
Yeah.
And now you call me for this. You got a response, and you don't like it, but it's the truth. When I'm in pain, bro, I had a cortisone injection today, innit? In my knee.
Did you?
Yeah. So that's like, it's just bothering me a bit, but it's gonna get better. So I'm cool. Like by tomorrow, I'll be fine. But that's already annoying me. And I get, do you want to have a chat with you? I have a chat with you, and then it's that. It's just, bro, like.
And say a little chat by the pool and that. Bro. Minor though, man. That's how it is, innit? Every time when things are going good, bro, feel like they always send someone, bro. Someone has to get sent to come and disturb the peace, bro, at points. But minor stuff, man.
Apart from that, I'm good. Football's tomorrow. I got 2 games on the weekend. Liverpool are playing, so I'm gonna be watching that on the way to ball. It seems like, actually, no, we'll be 12:30 kickoff, innit?
12:30 kickoff.
They're killing me right now, Liverpool. I'm not gonna be able to watch it
again.
Can't
watch it, innit? Yeah, long day for you
again. It's 1:30 kickoff, but I'll be warming up, so I'll be like, you know what? I could do it at the warm up. I have the earphones in.
Throw the earpiece in. Do the radio thing, innit? Man, have to gas you like
pretending
we got a pass. Like, ooh, yes.
But yeah, so got that. And yeah, that's it, man. Happy, got my knee cortisone injection. So yeah, man.
Nice,
Look forward to next week, man.
Nice. But yeah, no, because I was just at football as well. I was at the Brentford Pro Academy and Academy training session. So I was there watching. Yeah, it was good, man. Some players you'd see that because some people are trying out in it because they haven't got a full academy yet in it, so they're trying out players and stuff like that, looking for new players. So it was good level though, really good level. Some players are a bit off, but you can see like a little bit of work they can be there, man. But all good. It was good to watch though. They had a few young coaches. They were, I think one was new, and he was just, I think he might have been doing one of his badge because he was getting assessed. So he was like, but he was proper, like in terms of the drills and stuff he was getting them to do. The information he was putting across was really, really good, man. The information, sick, the way he delivered it as well, man. But all good, man. All good. Big up to everyone inside Honesty YL. Can't pronounce that name, but big up to you, my guy. Big up to Jarquise.
Hold on,
big up to Joel.
YL. Where's the name that you can't pronounce? Oh, that one. Oh,
yeah.
Attempt.
No, I'm not even gonna try, bro. It's got an R, I think a P, and I don't know.
That's even an R. That's the worst thing about it.
I don't know. So instead of me butchering it and doing a madness, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, nonetheless. Let's start, man, Jay. Obviously, let's start with the JOTA stuff because I think obviously 5 years ago today is when Liverpool signed Diogo JOTA. Obviously, we know we lost the big man himself, but big up to him, big up to the family, love as always, man. But I wanted to ask you guys and guys in the chat and ladies in the chat, your favorite goals, man. What's your favorite goals? If you could pick a few goals, what's your favorite goals of Diogo? He was like, yo, mad.
It was always the ones against Arsenal, Any ones against Arsenal, I feel like against Arsenal, he just had that about him. I think the best, it's mad to say, but I think the best bit of it when I thought that is outrageous was the touch that he gave to Nunes for his chip against Brentford. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, the little flick, and then there's allowed
over the top, and he just first time flicked it,
and
it looks simple. That's probably the most difficult thing, to get that in the right area without no bounce. Like yeah, quality,
and he can run onto it and easy touch.
And do whatever, like waiter pass. Like, you know, we complain about people's waiter pass with their feet. If the waiter pass was poor with their header, you know, more time you knock it down and you're expecting the guy to like battle to win it back. He just has a through ball. Outrageous, man. But yeah, yeah, you got loads.
Everton's goals. You remember the one? We remember the one he killed Pickford at his near post, bro. He did like the chop inside and then shot, hit you on the left foot near. I'm like, yo, nah, my Champions League goals where he just goes on there, mazy dribbles, ricochet, nutmeg, and then he just buries it, left foot or right foot.
Yeah.
Arsenal, when he dropped man out, sent man to the shot, the keeper went like he just left
Arsenal, that's probably the best goal, but because JOTA didn't score, JOTA wasn't a scorer of great goals like that. He was a super finisher, but he wasn't a scorer of great goals. He was a good goal. He was a good goal scorer, a great goal scorer. So it's one of the ones where a lot of the goals I think about, they're just he gets the ball, just finishes, isn't it? It's just side netting, goal.
Just side netting, goal. Bins.
There's nothing great. It's not like he flicked it over man's head, caught it on the half volley on the sidewinder. It weren't that.
Yeah.
But it was important goals, isn't it? It was important goals. So, yeah, man.
Arsenal yellow kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the one he picked up and then nutmeg? Who did he nutmeg, bro? And then just buried it. He gave the keeper the eyes and sat him down and just buried it round him.
I want to say David Luiz.
Was it David Luiz? One of them, man, they just nutmegged him and left him.
Yeah.
And then he gave the keeper like he's going to go far, I think, and then he went near, or was it gave him near and then went far? Yeah. Dirty, man. Dirty. Nah, but big up to Diogo Jota, man. It's mad, though, innit? It's mad that we've never been in this situation where we've, like, supporting a team and then lost a player actually within the squad. It's one of those weird things. I remember when it first happened as well. Brother, it was one of them mad. And you know who called me? Matt called me and told me. I was on the Stairmaster just doing my steps, because we had a stream planned, didn't it? And we had a stream planned, and I was just there getting the steps in, and then phoned me and it's like, yeah, Jota passed away. And I was like, Jota passed away? He's like, I was like, nah. And you know, it's surreal. Like, I'm like, nah, that don't happen to us, bro. Like, we don't lose players. Like, the man, them are invincible, bro. That's the way I always felt about them. Like, nothing will ever happen to them. So he's mad, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, to him, bro.
Weird. Yeah, it's a weird, but it's funny, isn't it? It's like it's mad. You realize, obviously, when you're in it, when you're involved, if it's your boy, if it's your family member, this is probably still like a recent situation. I know it was so recent, but it feels like it was so far away now.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like it was a couple months ago. Like,
yeah, it feels like a year. Yeah, it feels like a year has passed.
It feels like you're talking about something that happened last year, brother. It didn't, innit? Like, you're supposed to be in just 2 months ago. It was on his way back to pre-season. So it's a weird dynamic. And obviously, because it's so sudden, it's almost worse. And you know, like if it happened, I don't know, for a lot of people, if it happened on the football pitch, like you had, Christian Eriksen had his heart attack, or his heart attack, you can kind of process that. But for Liverpool fans, it's just like he went away for pre-season, he just never returned.
Yeah, and that's why I was with me and Sal was talking the other day, and it feels like he plays somewhere else, but he just doesn't play for us now.
Yeah,
that's how it feels.
That's what it feels more like. So it's almost like it's not like you were there to experience. It's not like he was ill, and obviously the players went to the funeral, so they know and they've had that. But for a lot of fans, you heard the funeral was there, but it's like, he went away for pre-season, and it's like he's gone to play for another team, and now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I swear it's just a weird feeling. And that's the way I feel like I picture it now. I'm just like, nah, he's just somewhere else playing a game. That's the way it is. He's not left us. He's just on loan. He's just on loan somewhere. But yeah, man. But let's shift it, man. We got the Merseyside derby tomorrow, bro. Early kickoff. I was listening to the Gaffer's press conference. To be fair to them, they did ask serious questions in this one. They asked him about whether he would play, a double up front in terms of Ekitike and Isak. Would that happen, or will he use Isak on the left-hand side? They asked. They also asked about the games as well, throwing away 2-0 leads is that a problem now and stuff like that? Or, is it just, but he said, look, it's not enough games to kind of look at it and say that is an issue or anything like that. Not word for word, but basically what he said, it's not enough games to kind of be worried about it. And then he kind of broke down a couple of the games. He said about the Bournemouth one. He said, to be fair, we didn't have Ryan Gravenberch in that one. There was too much space, for us in that game. Okay, fair enough. And then he said about the Atletico Madrid one, if you look at the goals, they were from open play, but they weren't goals you can go. They worked it and then they got in and then that was a goal. It was more just moments and then we just didn't defend it well instead of them actually creating opportunities. One, the ricochet shot. One, I thought they should have disallowed as well, to be fair, because definitely the man ran in front of Alisson and was offside in it. Whether he blocked his line of sight or not, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have all the cameras, but it looked like he did. He was offside, so as Alisson dived late. But they asked about that, and they also asked about the late winners and stuff like that in terms of we're going to keep relying on them. He said, no, obviously, if you keep relying on late goals, obviously it's going to have a mental and physical take on the boys in it when it comes to the latter stage of the season. But he said also it's obviously good that we can still get a result in it at the same time. They also asked him as well about the season so far and how he thinks the teams are performing and stuff like that. Is it performances or, are you worried about the performances or the results? And then he also got asked around, is it easier to kind of get the information across it because you keep winning? He said, yeah, obviously if you keep winning, then it's easier to look at the positives and also talk about the negatives. But if you're not winning, it's going to be hard to look at positives. So they did ask the proper questions, man, which I loved about it, instead of asking the same generic, stupid questions. So I don't know what your thoughts are on all those points that I just brought up, but quite a few things they asked him about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'd have preferred a bit less of a political answer from him. I think it's very easy to just be like, yeah, we're winning. Like I'd prefer him to be very open and transparent about what he likes, because it's evident. Everyone can see our Liverpool, as fans, we can see our Liverpool not playing well, but we're getting results. We know that. But I'd have liked for him to break down or give us, not necessarily break down, because maybe it's a bit too much, but to give us a bit more of an insight into why he thinks their performances are like this. Because to his point, we can't keep playing like this. So why is that the reason? Why is it? Is it you're saying they're fit? So fitness isn't a problem. So what is it? Is it the profile of players? Is it the fact that players aren't performing well? Like, is it your tactics? Are you maybe getting things wrong and having to change it? Give us a bit of an insight, because that's, for me, the more interesting conversation. I don't need to hear about, but it's a good thing that we're winning. Yeah, of course it's a good thing that you're winning. Everyone's saying this. If Liverpool go and win their games, no one's saying anything. But to your point, if we had drawn against Burnley, if we had lost against Atletico Madrid, there'd be different conversations. Do you know what I mean? But because you're winning, you've won, in it. And it's that whole thing that we talk about even with Salah when it comes to goals, is it doesn't matter if he plays badly. If he scores, he scores. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing really you can say, because he scored his goals. But when he doesn't score his goals, then you're looking at other things. I'm looking for other things. I'm like, all right, cool. We might not get the win, but how did we play in that game? Was it a lucky goal, or are teams starting to dominate us? Are they able to break through our press? There's all these little things I want to know about why he thinks things are going wrong, because it seems to me like it's a similar pattern. It's not like teams are doing different things and we're facing different challenges. Teams are just, we're going to be very aggressive against them in certain areas. We're going to sit back and we're going to go and hit them on the counter. And because we know some of their players are going to give the ball away when they're trying to establish themselves and establish a sense of possession. We lose the ball and then the whole team's just, do you know what I mean?
What do you think then? Because I obviously I would love to get a detailed answer, but at the same time for him, he can't really give too much away, because I feel like obviously all the managers that you're going to play against are going to be watching. So they're going to be looking at, okay, he said this, and then they're going to tactically use what he says against us, right? So he can't really give us the full information, but I know what you mean. Sometimes I just wanted, I want you to answer as honest as you can. But one of the moments when he said about the Bournemouth one, he said we didn't have Ryan Gravenberch, and I was like, okay, so Gravenberch is the guy that
That's what I mean. It's little things, like, like if you went and said, oh, you know what? He said it with Salah, with a couple players. He's gone and been like, oh, at times we forced the ball a bit too much. where I want us to keep it with forcing the ball, and that's causing some problems. He's not said anything. He's just doing this kind of jargon. I don't like that. It's just like, what's the point? Like, to the media team's credit, or the media team, whoever's gone out there from this, news outlet or that news outlet, they've provided the right questions. Yeah, but we want the right answers. But we want the right answers, and that for me wasn't that for me wasn't an answer. It's like, just tell us why are we not performing to the level that we did before? Is there a reason for it? Why has there been a drop off? In pre-season, he actually spoke about us conceding a lot of goals, so he did mention that early on. Are you not? Is that not a problem anymore? Is this how you want to go and play? And you know what? When Carragher's questioning him, and I actually rate him for that, because face to face, he just said it to him, like, what's going on here? He's tried to give the whole kind of, but you know, you wanted us to be like this and that. Like, just be a bit more. I don't know. I think there's a lot of football fans that just want to have that more of an insight, because they want to understand. If there's no understanding, then your mind can only assume to run away. You can only assume that it's this, that. But if you're telling us, I want Gakpo to not do the overlap because every time I want him to cut in and shoot, then it's like, all right, well, that's.
But then the only problem with that, though, Jay, as we just said, if he says that, other teams are like, okay, so he wants him to cut, do you know, because he'll give away little bits.
But the thing is, teams will clock that out. If we're clocking that out on the side, teams with that whole analysis thing, they're watching it and be like, you know, they go down to the granular level of, in the game, Cody Gakpo, per 90, he does 0.15 passes to the overlapping winger. Means he's not going to go and do it. So guess what? Let them have the ball over there. And that's what teams have started to do. Gakpo has not been effective with that cutting at all in any game. And the only person, to me, in my opinion, that has actually made a difference to him, right, in terms of where even Gakpo's playing, is Robbo. Because watch Robbo, and the next time when he plays, he probably plays on the weekend. Watch how he passes the ball. He forces Gakpo into areas you don't want to go into. He forces him.
Forces him to go 1v1. He forces him with a pass.
Yeah, he wants to get it there. He's like, I'm playing it into space. You run into that corner, bro. What do you mean you want to get it?
It's bad, because I was saying to one of the players I coach, and I said, you know what? How much information you can give on a pass? He was like, what do you mean? I said, bro, if I play it to you, say I know the space is down on the right. I can fizz it into your right foot, and I'm telling you, take that on that touch and go and drive into that space. Or I can play it and then come short without even telling you that I want a 1-2 or just a bounce pass. Oh, I can play it to your left because I want you to turn out and go and recycle. So I'm like, you can give information with the pass. Robbo gives him, you need to go 1v1 now. I'm giving it to you 1v1. A couple of
times he played the pass and people would think it's overhit. Nah, he's stretching Gakpo, making him. He was in the corner flag. Then he had to recycle it, and it was like, finally, we're having some sort of control, bro. It's not every time cut inside, lose the ball because you decided to shoot or cross the ball, so it's going out of play, and I've lost possession. You need to just, when you're playing the possession style of football, you need everyone to be on the same wavelength. You can't have too many people just being direct. It means you lose the ball more. Yeah, it makes the game more entertaining, but it means you're taking more risks. You're going to lose the ball. And if you lose the ball, teams are going to counter you. And that's where Liverpool are causing their problems.
As Max said, he wants a stress-free game, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to Baz as well in the building. Right. Couple of comments as well. He spoke about, the way that Alexander Isak felt after. He said he felt his body more than ever after the hour. So let's see how he is and has to recover today. And then we will think about the lineup. So he might play. He might start. He might start him. He might not. But he said obviously he's not going to give away what he's planning to do, and he's not trying to give away too much.
Yeah.
But he said that
I don't care. Yeah, that stuff I don't care for.
Yeah, he ain't going to give that away. And then he also said as well, exactly. Do you know when we was having a conversation here, and I was like, and then people were like, yo, why are you always getting on to more about little things? Yeah. Look what the gaffer said, brother. He felt like bar for bar, word for word, the gaffer said what man's been saying. He says, I prefer to see him like he was in the Atletico game, really involved. Touched the ball so many times. It was a joy to watch. You remember what man was saying? I just want to get involved in the game. I don't need goals. I don't need you to assist. I just want to get you involved. Because when you get involved, guess what? I know the goals and I know the assists will come. Get involved. Don't stand out there. And now that tells me he's not telling him to stand out wide. He can't be, because he's saying out of his own mouth, I enjoyed that he got involved in the game and wanted the touch. And so that means if He can't have told you to stay out wide and stay out the game. Then surely not.
No, but what Salah's doing, this is what people don't understand, right?
Mm.
Salah's given the thing of in certain areas, just go and float about and try and get in a position where he can affect the game. He cannot affect the game from central areas anymore. He can't. It's too congested. He don't have enough space. He's got man up behind him. He doesn't want to do that. So what Liverpool did, obviously, they started very quickly, but they fed him. And this game, the touches were okay. He wasn't first.
Yeah, it was cold. He was all right. He
played much better. I don't even think it was that great, but it was much better. It was much better. You got the
got gassed and started dribbling, man. He was gassed.
Yeah, exactly. but you got now. But the problem was before is he can go he can stay wide. That's not even been my problem because we can have Szoboszlai playing. He's got to be able to affect the game in different ways, right? But when he's getting out wide and it's been fizzed into him because everyone's pulled off to the left, you've got Cody Gakpo, Ekitike at the time, and Vert all on the left-hand side. The ball's on the left-hand side. It means he's isolated 1v1. When he gets it 1v1, he touches it and the touch is baggy and then we get caught on the counter or he misplaces the pass. That can't happen. That just cannot happen. And that's more what the problem was. If he gets it there, but then pops it into Wirtz and makes a movement and gets it in there, or whoever, or pops it into Szoboszlai and or Gravenberch and gets it. And Gravenberch was doing that, to be fair, right? He was really high up. Gravenberch's the one that really enabled him to link
up. Got him in the game, got him in the game.
The problem is, Gravenberch's not always going to be able to be in that position because he was high for a DM. For a 6, he was high, right? What started to happen in that game, Gravenberch couldn't be that high anymore. And you saw Salah's influence diminish in the game. When Gravenberch was really, really high and he was doing all the flicks and all of that, Salah's involved in the game. As soon as he's got to go and do a bit more defensive work, right? The gap between the midfield and the attackers like this, Salah didn't do anything. Salah didn't do anything, and he was the same as before. That's why, but obviously he scored his goals early. So it was like, and obviously got the thing early. So there's nothing you can say to at that point, innit? It's like,
so we have to find that. We might have to find a way then to make sure, not even like to make, but give him someone to play off of instead of just isolating him out there on his ones, bro. Like, but also what the gaffer said, you know, when he was isolated, guess what he started to do? He come for the ball. He started looking for it. And that's, if you look for it, Salah, I promise you, these men can't live with you. They can't. And we saw they started dragging. Yeah, he was mad.
If you do that, then you've got the run of Frimpong. And that's why I think Frimpong is going to be so important to us. And unfortunately, Bradley, you're going to have to just do the supporting thing because you cannot get up and down. The way Frimpong gets up and down, he's not even fit yet. But you saw it. Man's there in the box having a shot with Wirtz, right? The next action, he's there and he's blocked the cross.
Jay, I saw the man. I saw the winger. The winger thought he was gone.
Yeah, he's
and Frimpong was jogging, and he was like, nah. And then I was like, nah. I would hate this. I would hate to have this guy that quick as the right back. That I know, even though I'm quick, I can't beat him for pace. And he's aggressive. And if he goes, now I got to chase him the other way. And you ain't catching him. It's a long day, man.
All you need is the pace. All you need is the pace. What you're going to do, as long as if he goes and gets back, and the winger's got to turn back or recycle it, he's done his job.
Yeah,
he stopped the first threat. The team steps up now. It's the defender's got to win the header. Or the keeper.
Nah, it's your job. Yeah, now it's your job now.
Done his job.
You know what I love as well? Yeah, I've noticed as well with Ali, he's coming for crosses more now. And I remember, what was the game? Was it the Newcastle game? And I was like, bro, you need to come for more crosses.
Yeah, he won't do it.
He never used to.
The defense were mad deep. It was like Virgil and Konate are heading the ball, and Alisson's right on top of them because of how deep they are. Whereas if they step up, he's got that whole area.
Just come and catch that, bro. Come and grab that out of the air, bro. Relief of some of the pressure, man. But yeah, I thought I'll share some of the photos, obviously, from the man them in training as well, man. I was there was one I found interesting, was this one, because Sav always kills me, bro. He's like, these men always doing MMA. You know, why are they got Frimpong like this? I don't know. I didn't watch Inside the Training, so maybe there's a reason. But
do you know what's really no, there weren't a reason, because I saw the clip of it. He was talking, and then Konate picked him up like a baby, yeah. Like
he's trying to mug man off, bro. Nah, I don't.
He picked him up like a baby, and then Verge came out of nowhere and just got involved. And it's like, bruv, like Verge, you're a 30-year-old man, bruv. Like, you know, this is.
Why you dealing with him like this, bro? Why you dealing with Frimpong like this?
You know, like Roy Keane and Henry. Roy Keane and Henry, they're not doing this type of stuff. It's just a weird generation, bruv. What bruv?
Nah.
Just focus on the game, bruv.
Nah, these men said, nah, pick up Frimpong. And Frimpong can't do nothing about it, bro.
If he kicks it out and he kicks Verge and Verge is injured, you can't do anything. Kanate can't get injured. And he can't even move too tough because if he does it and pulls it, but you just got to allow anything that's going to happen to him. Nah, this is meant.
You're lucky they didn't win to take him and dash him in the pool or something, bro. Just, nah. Well, yeah, I thought I'd share some of the photos with the people that, haven't been able to see some of the photos and that. But clearly, the man them are vibing, bro. The man them are vibing, which is good, and you can see that obviously what we've built at the club. This photo here is cold. Hold on, because I want the people them to see this one, bro. This is cold, bro. I was looking at it and I was like, if I remember back in there, me and the man them like that's in our team, and I'm like, yeah, there's just bare ballers just standing there, You're like, yo, what is the conversation? You got Sobo in the back. He must have came in and gone, yeah, get me involved in the joke, man. Get me involved in the joke. And then you got this brother here called Alexander Isak. Who's cooking, bro.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like no, it's mad.
Nah, all right. Leave it.
You know when you're it's calm. It's not that deep. But saying, their man are in the barbershop and that. Yeah. So
yeah,
all the barbershop, and then the brother selling the DVDs comes in, and it's like just before
he interrupts. He's the DVD.
No. It's Soboslai, bro. Frimpong's the barber. The rest of the man them are there just vibes in. You got Soboslai coming in just to ruin the damn vibe, bro.
Trying to sell DVDs. Like, big man, we live in 2020. We don't need DVDs, bro.
Asking how much is a trim? You know them ones, that random brother that comes in like, I need a trim.
Yeah, there's a random. You're like, bro, we don't. Yeah, you need scissors.
We do it. We do it, which is calm. You're gonna get a trim like Isak. Yeah, like that's it.
Get Isak trim. Nah, it's just cold, bro. The man them are just, yeah, it's a vibe. I'm sure this is Virgil here. You can see his long ass legs, bro. Must be Virgil in there. But yeah, mad. And I saw this in terms of the fixture changes. Because me and Sav was looking at the change in terms of the fixtures. They had all of our games at like 3:00. And I was like, Man City can't be at 3:00. They had Chelsea at like 3:00 as well. I was like, these are big games, bro. You can't not have them at the time. But obviously they changed it now. So if anyone, obviously we've got Villa, that's changed to at 8:00. Man City's changed to 4:30. And West Ham is changed to 2:05, which is mad. I swear there's hard. 2:05 is a mad time, bro.
What's the difference between 2:05 and 2:00? These guys are idiots, bro. Just do a 2:00.
Hey, there's an advert. There's an advert that needs to be on, bro. Don't you know, bro? There's an advert that has to play in it. Can't mess around with the advert, bro. Then people pay their big money to have that. Up, man. Where is it? Let me get these ones. All right, man. Let's get into the. I want to get into the team news stuff, man. Let's get into that, bro. Let's get into it.
What's Jones' problem, by the way? Because he wasn't involved.
What do you mean?
The last couple games. What's his injury?
Jones.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. They didn't say what his thing was.
So the time they ask the right questions, they forget the basic questions.
No, they did ask him, and he said, "Is he back?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he's back. He's just
back.
No one told, but no one said. No one asked what the injury was. He was just injured, isn't it? That's all. That's what Slot said. He said in the previous game, one before, he was injured, innit? But he just said he got injured in the Arsenal game, I think it was. But yeah, who knows, man. Jay, I done the team already. Oh, let me get him back in. I done the team already. I don't know if you'd want to change anything, but that's the team I've picked. Pretty much the same team that went out in the last game. I don't know if you would have opted to change anything, or do you think the gaffer would have changed anything as well?
I don't think so. I don't think you change anything there. I think Ekitike might start. I think Ekitike might start purely because if Isak is still coming back from fitness, this is like a must-win game. And Ekitike has been heavily involved in the media talk, and they're talking to him about the battles and this and that. I think Ekitike might start, and you bring on Isak to impact the game to prevent any kind of injury and stuff, because we've seen it against Newcastle, in it, where they went for Verge, in it. Gordon went for Verge. Now, we've seen what happened to McAllister in the game before with Tarkowski.
Yeah.
I think him playing 60 and then playing another 60, maybe you playing back into fitness, but at the same time, Ekitike's done well. Like, he actually didn't deserve to get dropped. Yeah, I don't mind him being rotated, but like, even in the game that he came on, you saw how effective he was. That you just saw it with everything that he was doing. Yeah, he should have scored. Like, difficult pass to deal with, but look, you should have scored. He's a pro, innit? But
yeah,
I probably got Ekitike and Isak coming off the bench and allow Isak to kind of just come into the game when the game's petering out and it's not 100 mile an hour. I think if Ekitike is fit, you go with that physicality. I think he's a bit more physical. I think he's a bit more. He looks a bit more explosive as well, Ekitike, to be fair, which is mad, but it's a good combination to have of strike.
No, he does. And I think he's got more in the locker. He just hasn't been able to execute as yet. JJ and NG lot have been involved in football. How much does changing a team and moving countries affect player? Talking about Verts. That's a good question.
It depends, man. I think it depends. I think
the good thing is, though, he came with Frimpong, which helps because that's his boy, in it. So that massively helps that you got someone to bounce off of, and they obviously travel to training together as well. You can see, so you've got someone to kind of, I don't know, give you that homey feeling because you guys have been playing together for quite a few years now.
Yeah, so, I think on top of that, like, when you look at him, like, he had the pick of the bunch, so he weren't forced to move anywhere.
Yeah.
He came for big money. There was no question marks about him. It's like, again, I've never gone into a team bar like low level, bro, like where they're like, yeah, he's the Don Dada. Like, I've always had to go and prove myself. And of course, you've got to go and improve yourself. But I was coming in, like, at my age, equivalent of like a Leone or flipping Rio or them players, where you got to prove yourself. That first training session, they're watching you in it hard, testing your touch on purpose.
Like, no, they do. Man, the fire into you for no reason. You're like, bro, relax,
or like leave little challenges in, or like they ask, oh yeah, well, what position do you play in? Oh, is it? Right. Like, stuff like that, and all right, he's the other centre back, and then they're not passing the ball to you. Like, that stuff happens, isn't it? So, but Verts isn't getting that because he's coming in as marquee, the guy.
Yeah, they have to use him.
So, if anything, it's easier for him. You see, like in Ekitike, that's probably a more difficult situation where he knows the rumours of Isak. The team wanted Isak at the time. They didn't get Isak. You're number 2. So everyone in the team knows you're number 2 because they wanted Isak. So they're all watching it thinking, let's see what this brother's about. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what he's on. Verts kind of had the run of the mill. And as to your point, you had Frimpong there. Yeah, you've moved countries. I think it's the style of play that's affecting him more than anything else. I don't think it's the environment. I don't think it's the team. Like, as in, like, personnel. I just think the style of play doesn't suit him. The game's too quick for how he wants to play.
Nah, I agree. And even what Anna Slot said here, big up to Honesty as well. You can see that Florian Wirtz is getting fitter and fitter, adjusting to us. People forget that he's only 22, or he's 22 years of it. 22 years old. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to hear the age thing, man.
I know, but he's young.
It's mad. No, but
and these men are younger 22 though. No, because they're younger 22. Like, when I was 22, that you did stuff. These men are not doing stuff, bro. They're proper, like, they might as well be teenagers at this point.
I hear it. I hear it, but like, Kirkes is 21, 22. Ekitike is 21, 22. The Graf's 21, 22.
It's a vibe, bro. It's a man them.
And it's a vibe. It's a man them thing. But I'm saying, I've named you 4 players in the team that are 22. Like, like, I hear it. Like, you're young, but in a couple of years you'll be 24, 25. And a couple of years goes quick. Nunes was 22, 21, 22. A couple of years down the line, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be cooking still.
Do you know what I mean? So, look, yeah. He's getting. I think his best game for us was in the last game. So, yeah, man.
All right, looking at this then, Jay. I want to look at the team in it and highlight some of the players, right? So, I want to break down. Let's look at the double pivot. Hold on, let me get the connection. All right, double pivot. These two, yeah. All right, let's go zoom in a bit. Right, in the last game, I want to know what you think, because I think this is the best double pivot in the team going forward. I don't know if you agree or not. Love to know your take on it. Watching what they were doing in the game. Is it the finished article yet? No, but it felt balanced. It felt like they knew what each other was doing in the game, and it didn't feel like one was doing more than the other and the other one was doing more than the other. It felt like they just knew, right, my job is this, your job is that, but when we need to defend, we drop back in and make sure we do our stuff. The simple 1-2, they felt like they weren't holding on to the ball for too long in there. It felt like it was just touch, play, or fire into Grab's turn, break the press with his turn, and then we can play out from there. I feel like this is the best pivot we need to use going forward in the season. But obviously rotation, McAllister's still out of it. Curtis needs to get in here as well. And obviously Wataru's kind of just the backup guy unless needs be. Or, you know, if there's any injuries and then maybe he gets an opportunity. Other than that, probably won't play. What do you think, bro?
I think for the way that we're playing currently, I think that is probably the best midfield two, like in front of Wirtz. Obviously, Wirtz is going to play. That's the only position he's going to play, it seems like. Maybe on the left, maybe the game is an indicator that he might be an option off the left. And I think he actually done well there as well when he played there, Wirtz, ironically. He looked actually a bit more comfortable, which was interesting. But yeah, I think so. I think I still think if we're playing a possession style game, I think Curtis Jones needs to get into that midfield somehow. Somehow. Now, I don't know what that means. Does it mean Szoboszlai goes to right back and he comes inverted, or whatever that means, and you pack out the midfield a bit more so you can have 4 against someone's 3 that in certain games. But yeah, I think it all depends on, I think this is what probably Slot's going to do, depends on form and then again balance. And I think against Atletico, we were trying to be very, very overpower them. I think when I looked at that, I was watching the game, and you know when they were like shaking each other's hands, I was like, yeah, Wirtz and Frimpong are short, right? But the rest of them, they're all 6 foot plus.
They're all tall.
Robbo's at 5'10", 5'11", but the rest of them were like 6 foot plus. And I was like, they're towering over these guys. Like it looked a bit weird. It was like, oh, what, the team's playing basketball against a team that's not. And it kind of said to me, all right, cool, we're going to go for just that Premier League. We're going to be quick, and that's how the game started. You saw it was just powerful, pacey, energetic. Energetic. And I think in midfield, it meant that you had the legs of both Gravenberch and Szoboszlai to get about. And I think sometimes not Curtis Jones, but McAllister more so struggles with that. But yeah, it's interesting to see that, man. But interesting. Yeah, but I agree.
What about obviously the 3 in a rotation? Looking at the last game, it felt like Wirtz was a lot more freer to do what he needed to do because there was that security behind him, and you didn't have like McAllister running into the spaces he was. Even though, to be fair, you know, Gravenberch was making those forward runs and helping like on Salah's side and make sure he could link off of him, but he wasn't getting into Florian Wirtz's positions. It felt like Flo could, you know, move around the pitch.
Szoboszlai was
got in his areas. Yeah, it just felt
because Szoboszlai actually played on the left. I don't know if anyone recognized that. So Gravenberch was on the right. Like they were in different positions. So Szoboszlai was on the left-hand side, Gravenberch was on the right-hand side, which meant that Gravenberch was able to support Salah in those runs there. Szoboszlai naturally is right-footed, so he's not floating towards the left. He's floating in field, and it allowed Wirtz to peel off to the left. Whereas McAllister and Wirtz on that side, with Gakpo on that side and Ekitike on that side, means that you've just got to be very, very good on the ball. Like everyone's got to be the same wavelength. Otherwise, you're all congested in a certain area, which is fine if you've got the ability and the know-how to keep it and just move it about. But when you don't and you lose the ball, you've got Salah isolated by himself, right? You've got Wirtz that's on that side, so it leaves a massive gap, and then you've got a 2 midfield against a 3. That's how it just ends up looking when you lose the ball. So, yeah, I think it did look. It probably the most balanced it's looked this season, definitely.
And then let's highlight just these 2 again. How vital, because obviously Frimpong, I was listening to a few of the guys, and it was like, you know, with Frimpong playing, it's better for Salah as well. He gets Salah more in the game than Bradley does. But I don't know if that's true. I feel like, because Bradley does do the inverted run though, don't he? He makes the inverted run into the 10 area, and then he's like late run into the box, where Frimpong is more overlapping. He's just consistently giving him the overlap and giving him the width in the team. So how important are these 2 then as well, bro? Because It looks like that's going to be the combination, isn't it?
100%. I think the only way, there's two ways you can unlock Salah, in my opinion, right? A is having an overlapping fullback, which we've spoken about before, because it allows Salah to go in field, right?
Yeah.
Or it's what Trent was doing, where he comes in field, but he's got the ability to find Salah when he makes runs.
Yeah.
Bradley's never going to be able to do that, ever. Like in his life, he's never going to be able to go and play. Go back and watch his pass against Brighton or his pass against West Ham, where they're in the same line, like Frimpong. If you were to move Frimpong, he's right in the center where Salah is, and he still somehow found, just right in the same line as him, and he still found the pass for him to go and play there. When he goes and plays like that, and Bradley does this often, it means Salah has to go wide. But Salah doesn't want to go
Salah
wide.
has to drop out.
So when Salah's there, Frimpong's making a run there, which is fine. And of course, at times, Salah's going to play the pass to him and he's going to get it. But now Salah's getting it. And he's actually more likely to lose it there because he's not as accomplished on the ball as people think. So when he gets it there, there's a runner. Now he's got to drive in field. That pass has got to be spot on. If he misplaces that square pass, or you can't play it back post, because then all of a sudden Sobo's made the run forward because he's higher and they just lose the ball. Then you got one in midfield. Yeah, because it's invert to somewhere else. It's one in midfield. It's one in midfield and they're countering. So it's like you either have to have a passer, which I think the team is missing. I think Salah's missing out on having Trent. I think we're starting to see he's not getting involved. That's one of the ways he was getting involved. But Trent constantly feeding him, whether it's to feet, whether it's in behind, whether it's into a gap. They just had obviously an understanding. The basic principle is when Salah goes in field, Frimpong times his overlapping run. That overlapping run means that he might not get it every single time. And I think Frimpong knows he might not, because that's the type of player he is. Because he's making it all the time, he keeps the winger and the fullback honest. The fullback has to track him, because when you don't, that's a player that's got double assists, double figures in goals and assists from a wing-back position. You cannot allow that. So you have to track him. It gives Salah space. When you come in with someone inverted like Bradley, now you're relying on combinations through the team, which means you're relying on everyone to be on the same wavelength, and they're not at this moment in time. And that's not how Liverpool play. So I just think Bradley's a decent option, but I think you're seeing with Frimpong just having the pace means there's something that teams have to think about. And it's simple, but it's effective. I'm just going to make the run on the overlap. I'm going to time it. And if I time it correctly and Salah plays me through, I'm through. If he doesn't play me through, you have to track me and Salah can cut inside. As soon as he makes that run, fullback's got to make a decision. Do I track the runner, or do I go and follow Salah? If you follow Salah and leave Frimpong there, Frimpong's going to assist.
The option is there. Yeah, it's an option.
Whereas Bradley won't do it. Bradley hasn't got the physical attributes to do that constantly. He just hasn't. He can come off the bench and do that. But you see it when he starts games. He always goes in field. Always. He doesn't constantly overlap throughout the whole game. He starts to come in field. He's a bit deeper. He's probably a medium between Frimpong and Trent, more active than a Trent, but he hasn't got his ability. So when you haven't got his ability, he's in certain areas, teams aren't respecting his thing like that. Whereas when Trent was picking up on the halfway line, someone had to step to him, because you knew
someone had to. You're right.
Any position on the pitch, man, slapping it into someone's feet and it's a goal. When Bradley's getting it, let's be honest, you can just drop off as a team. Let him carry it. If we lose the ball, the space is there, and he's not
because he's good with the one. To be fair, he gets into good positions. It's just the execution after he gets there. Just that's what needs a bit of work, because he makes late runs. He gets into a really, really good position, back post, near post, center of the box. But then if we lose it, he's got to travel miles to get back in. So, but what about these two, bro? Virgil and Konate. Started off the season, Virgil probably the only one defending. Konate's first two games was a mare. But after that, the last, you'd say Arsenal. Who did we play after Arsenal? We had one more game, didn't we? Is it just Arsenal?
No, we did.
Why is my mind going blank? Because we had some Arsenal and then someone else. And then Atletico. Burnley. Okay, so Burnley, Arsenal, Atletico, the last three games. What have you made of the partnership, bro? I feel like it's definitely improved. Obviously, the last game we conceded 2 goals in it, but I don't think it was nothing they could have done, in my opinion, in those goals. Could they have done something different?
Nah, it's team shape, innit? It's compactness. The team when we lose the ball, we don't get compact enough. When we do, teams will struggle to break us down. But it's when teams catch us in transition. Again, it's that situation of Szoboszlai trying to support Salah with an inside run, right, to give Salah space. Frimpong's trying to support Salah with an outside run. It means you got just Gravenberch just in the middle on the support, but he's got to stay high because he wants to support. If they lose the ball, they're just running on our defense. If you go back to the Bournemouth game, that's exactly what happened. You had everyone really, really high up. They lost the ball. Yeah, they're running out of defense straight away. So that's the biggest problem. Is Wirtz isn't a number 8, he's a 10, so he's going to be high. But then we've got players that are having to constantly make third man runs because that's the way Slot wants to play it. And listen, it's brave, it's aggressive, but it means that you lose your compactness in that split second. If teams can capitalize, Liverpool are the best at that. Liverpool used to do the same thing where they would counter, and that split second of you not being in shape, it's over.
The right shape.
It's over. Goal.
Yeah.
Look at all Liverpool's goals on the clock. It was just goal. Even
drag
last
you out
season,
of position, drag you
last
out
season,
of your shape.
The set pieces against Aston Villa. They have a set piece. We win the ball, bang, in 5 seconds, it's a goal.
Yeah, it was mad. It was in the back of the net. Yeah.
The split second, they're not set in their shape.
Yeah.
We counter. So we still got that in us, but teams are getting better at that. That's a style of football that is prevalent throughout. Everyone's playing counter-attacking football now. Everyone. City, United, Arsenal are playing like that now with their Maduekes and the Gyökeres. So the transition's so important. If you're not compact, teams will open you up, and the best teams are going to obviously exploit you. So you're
right.
This, you're that. So but yeah, they've been good, man. They've been good as a duo.
I love that still.
I want to see Leone though. I'd love to see Leone.
I can't wait to see him, my bro.
Like, I want to see what he's about. Like, we signed him for 20 million. That's not no chicken change. It's not like
bro.
a £2 million signing.
I want to see if he's a center. Do you know what? I want to highlight. Let's look at Gakpo as well. What have you? Because I know you've mentioned him a few times. Most people don't really like it. I hear it. He's not really offering what he needs to offer. What's going on with, because to be fair to him, bro, you know the same thing we criticize Mo with. Like, all right, bro, if you ain't gonna perform, get us the GA in it. He started off the season with the GA and he was the better performer. But the last game or two, you'd say, it's like, yeah, it's a bit mad still, my guy.
Listen, to be a player like Salah, right, and like Robin, and like there's enough players where you just knew like they're predictable in it. You knew their game, but you've got to stop it though. Everyone knows what Salah's gonna do and what run he's gonna do, but you have to stop it, right? Gakpo's very similar. There's no thrills, there's no ingenuity. He's not gonna take you down the byline and whip it across with his left foot. He's not gonna go and just keep it and set it. It's get it and be direct and positive. And I understand there's a place for that in football. But when you're trying to play possession-based football, especially against teams that are giving you the ball, and you have 2 of your front 3 that are giving away the ball, when Wirtz, as we spoke about, is high up the pitch, Szoboszlai is high up the pitch, Frimpong's high up the pitch, and then you lose the ball, it's a madness. And I go back to the game against Atletico, and this is where, for me, I have a problem with Gakpo and having Gakpo and Salah in the same team. Because Salah would probably do the same thing. They cut inside, Salah probably wouldn't. But anyway, Gakpo cut inside, he cut inside. That's just like patterns. That's a reverse pass into the fullback. Or in that, or whoever. That's Isak, whatever player that is. Reverse pass into them. And then they square it across the box. Or they score or do whatever. You put them in that position. You cut inside, because you're trying to shoot. You don't get the shot off and lose the ball. If you're going to do that, you have to get the shot off.
You got to get the shot off.
A la Rashford against. You saw it. And I'm telling you, if Rashford didn't score, you would have seen the Barca players like, what on earth have you doing? You've cut inside, the angle's gone, you've cut inside again. The only we're laughing and smiling because he slapped it in the box. And this is what I go back to. If he scores his goals, I can't say anything. But when everyone's trying to support the team, you need to have a bit of like, let's just keep it for now. Forget yourself. Forget about being direct. Forget about you eating. It's about, can we keep it? Can you draw 2 men onto you to find Wirtz free or find Szoboszlai free for him to have the shot? Like, that's how you've got to start thinking. That's how the teams that are in possession, if you look at their players, that's how they are. You go and look at how Rafinha plays. It's not every single time direct. You'll draw 2-man to him, find him. You go and look at Bayern Munich, how they play. Elise draws 2-man to him, flick over the top for Kane. It's not about me getting off my shot every single time. But we've got Salah and Gakpo that are both, I need to get my shot off. I need to get my shot off. I need to get my assist. And I get it. It's a good mentality to have. But you can't have too many men like that. And then
too many chefs in the kitchen, innit? Trying to create and score.
And you've also got Isak now. That Isak's you saw it. He's gonna turn and just shoot. You saw it in the game. He's gonna turn and shoot. He's not, and that's fine. I don't mind my striker doing that. But this is why I go back to it. Ekitike was so important for what we've been doing, because he's the one that's like, brother, I don't mind. Like, all right, cool. Give it to me. I'm gonna set it into you. I'm gonna flick it. I'm gonna drop deep. I'm gonna allow you to run there. I'm gonna give you the ball, and then all right, you went and shot. You could have passed me the ball. You know, even the Ekitike goal against Newcastle, right? Gakpo could have just passed it to Ekitike, and that would have been a goal.
First time, he shot, got it back, and then passed it. On the positive side, though, Jay, what does he need to do in the Everton game then? Because he's definitely going to start. I don't see Arne Slot dropping him. What does he have to do? Because he's had you'd say 1.5, maybe 2 performances where he's underwhelming. And I think, everyone, you get your criticism when it's due. And then if you play well, you get your praises. And it's just simple like that. You know what I mean? You perform, man can't say nothing to you. You don't perform, we have to look at your game and see what's going on. It doesn't mean that you're a bad player. It just means for that particular game, for those particular games, you weren't at your best. What does he have to do in the Everton game to get the best out of himself, or get the best out of the team as well as himself as well, and not overdo it?
Yeah, I would want to see him. I would want to see him make better use of the ball in terms of playing the right. But that's maybe me not being disrespectful, but asking too much of him. That might not be his game. Right. So what I need to see from him is when you're direct, you mean it when you're direct. As in last season, Carabao Cup, you got bang. It's just shots.
He weren't playing about in that game.
Shots on target. It can't be I'm cutting in and you're stuttering as you're cutting in because you're like, oh, what about you run into a blind alley? Like, if you're gonna cut in, it's got to be I'm cutting in and I'm licking a shot.
Be decisive.
Be decisive of what he's doing. Defensively, I think he's got to be solid as well, because I think he's gonna have to do that side of the game. But when you get it, maybe like not always ask for the ball into feet. Maybe just make a run in behind. Maybe like when Isak drops in, make a run in behind. Like, try and get it in behind, because you're quick enough to do it. You're strong and powerful. If you get a run on someone and make a from outfitting run,
they won't catch you.
ARNE makes. Yeah, we've got players that can find you. You can go and play the pass, but he doesn't do that. It's like he wants it to feet, so he can just cut inside and shoot. That becomes so predictable. Like, it becomes so predictable. Every time you get it, I'm just gonna stand inside. I'm just gonna show you down the line. You're not gonna go inside the line. We're gonna get someone else to cover one of the midfielders, and you're gonna either have to pass back, which he doesn't do, right, or does at the last second, or you're gonna cut inside and try shoot or try find the back post.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to read. Now, listen, if it's working, there's nothing we can say, but it's not working at the moment. So what else can you provide us in this game then? Can you, like, I'd respect it if you dribbled and just done a reverse pass into Robbo, or Robbo got the assist. I'd praise him. I'd be like, yes, excellent what you've done there. You went, used the run, bang, you've reversed it, you've played Robbo in, Robbo delivers it, back post is Salah. Yes, that's a good game from you, Gakpo. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need goals and assists if we're winning games, innit? Like, of course, we want all our players to get goals and assists, but let's be real. If Gakpo gets 1 goal, 1 assist this season, but we win every competition, no one's going to care. And if he starts every game, he's doing something right. So, yeah, individually, we want him to get his goals, but just have a good performance. Make the right decision.
I think you will, man. What about Flo, man? And then we'll move on to our score predictions. Flo, do you know what? I've heard in the last game, he's getting there, bro. He's getting there. But the problem is, Jay, right? The metrics I've seen people is going to rate him on or give him his ratings, he has to score an assist, which is fair. Obviously, that's the expectation you've put on him as a fan and a supporter. That's fair. I can't tell you otherwise. But also, I'm witnessing him creating chances and Amanda and not scoring. And I'm like, Salah should have scored, hit the post. Frimpong should have scored when he rounded the keeper, laid it to him, and he miskicked the ball. I felt the one that he knocked back inside to Ekitike could have done better with that one as well. There was one, I think he got crossed over and he just you just cushioned it down to him
Yeah,
on his left
cushioned it
foot.
down to
And I'm like, you take a touch maybe, or but Katika tried to swing the left at it early, and I'm like, that's 3 chances you man could have buried for him there, you know, and give him 3 assists. Previous game as well, he created the most chances in the game as well.
He created the most chances, in the last.
But they're not scoring, so I don't care about what the rivals are saying, but because us as Liverpool fans, we put the pressure of, Guy, I need you to get goals and assist. Because he's not doing it at the moment, some people are saying his performances are underwhelming. But I'm watching him create, and I'm watching him. Can some of it be better? I think he can fight, but he's getting better. I can see that there's improvements in his game. I can see that his team's now trusting him with the ball. But he's going into a Merseyside derby, bro, where there's no breathing room in these type of games, bro. They're gonna be snapping at them heels. Do you know what? This could be the game he maps. You know when you go, I am now here and I'm him. This is the type of game you go and do it in. I don't know if what do you think? Can you go into this one and say I'm him now? I'm him. Bag a couple of goals.
He's got, like, from what I've seen, he's probably our most talented player, like bar none. Like in terms of, we were talking about Pedri and De Jong like yesterday,
Yeah.
He's of that ilk. I'm not even gonna gas it. He's of that ilk. The way he's dropping, man, the little touches around the corner, the little, like, he gets it and he's turning on a sixpence and the defender's trying to follow him and they can't get it.
Bro, man grabbed his shirt off his back, bro. It's crazy.
It's nuts. Like, it's nuts. He's crazy, right? But the style Liverpool want to play, with it just being direct, more direct than it's been at Leverkusen, where you got a Spanish manager trying to play possession football, and more direct than it would be in international football, and more direct than it would be at City or Barca, means that where he's taking 3 or 4 touches, the same thing that I speak to you, man, about Jones.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like unfortunately, you have to play it 1 and 2 touch, like, and just play forwards. But you won't see the best out of Wirtz doing that, if that makes sense.
No, I'm with you.
So, because you're not going to see the dribble where he takes 2 man out. Do you know what I mean? You're not, because it's how quickly can you get the ball to Salah. You're not going to see him dubs 3 man up and chop inside and then do a little 1-2, because that's not what the game requires from him. Now, he's got the ability to turn it on in every game that we've gone and seen. Every game, I'm thinking, this is the game where it was him. Whether he does it, I'm not too sure. This game will be a bit mad. I do kind of think if he's going to play, maybe play him on the left, and
so he can roam in it and just,
so he can roam and there's no one behind him and you can see all the game in front of him and you get it to feet more so than Gakpo. We've got the overlapping run of Robertson, so you can use that, and he's going to find him, but he's also going to find the little pockets. And when you look at the chance that he created for Salah, came off him being on the left.
Yeah,
it didn't come from the central area. It came from him being the left and be able to run into that space. So maybe that's what you do, and then you kind of block up the midfield by putting McAllister in there, meaning you've got a bit more solidity in there in general. 3 know how to play with each other, and Wirtz can just be an offensive outlet where he's roaming inside, forcing the fullback to think Ekatika can go out there as well, naturally drifts to the left, whereas Wirtz drifts to the right, drifts from the left to the right. You got Ekatika drifting from the central to the left. It might work. So I don't know.
We're gonna have to give it a go.
We'll have to see in it.
We'll give it a go.
I do find it interesting that it's the first time. Yesterday was the first time we saw Wirtz on the left. Maybe Slot is kind of thinking, let's see what you can do out there.
No, do you know what? Everything that we speak about on the channel and from a preview standpoint, just general conversation, I feel like the following week the gaffer does it. Man was speaking about, throw him on the left. The next week he's out there. Yeah, run the double pivot of Grav and Sobo. Man, them are in there. It's mad. It's mad. Man. But listen, JJ, what's your score prediction for this one? Chat, get involved. What is your score prediction for this one? And goal scorers. Let's press you for that. Shit. Score prediction. Merseyside derby, 12:30 kickoff. Liverpool, Anfield. Isak or Ekitike starts. Flow on maybe on the left or in the 10. we don't know what we're doing, bro. We need them 3 points, bro. We need,
I
get
think
them 3
Salah,
points.
I think we win 2-1. Tight game.
Mm-hmm.
For me being positive, but it will be a tight game. 2-1. Maybe a last minute winner again. I think Salah and Ekitike score.
Fair enough. Let's see what the chat is saying. Quick Scraps has gone 1-1. Erling's gone 3-0. I'm sure that's to the Reds. I'm not slot assistant, bro. I tell you, bro, if I was. 3-1 from Y4. Prince has gone 3-1 Verts. Salah, Isak, big up to Jerry, but not ends. I appreciate it regardless, my guy.
What?
Red side 3-0.
You know, like big up Prince, but you could just say big up Jerry and just not say ends in it. You don't have to say. You could just say big up Jerry. So, like a couple man say big up ends. They won't say big up me, but I don't take it a certain way. I'm like, do you know what I mean? He made a point of highlighting. Nah, not you. Though.
Yeah, I said
Just don't say anything at all, man. Just don't say anything at all.
Salah, Verts, and Isak. JP has gone 2-1. Isak and McAllister. Song 4K 3-2. I assume to the Reds. Benjamin, what have you gone with? I'd love a 2-0, but it's 3-1. More LSE game this season. Salah double Isak and Grealish. Our goal ratio saying 5-0. I'd love to be on that same page as you, my guy. Honesty 4-2, Salah, Brace, Flo, Cody, and then for them, Beto and Grealish. 4-2 sounds like a good scoreline, to be fair, you know. Promo has gone Gakpo will score, saying 1-1.
Look, I think Everton are going to be a very, very tough situation. I think people are underestimating their ground. The way they've designed it is excellent in terms of like fans right on top of you. Moyes knows how to coach a derby. Like he knows it inside out. He knows how to deal with the other team, the other side being better and still getting a result. And he's got X factor players that he had back in the day with like Pienaar and them man in Grealish and Ndiaye. That any moment,
bro, Ndiaye, I like him, you know, bro. He's so techie, bro. He's a bully.
I rate him. How can you come from Rising Ballers and end up playing at? Do you know how mad that is?
Prem, bro.
League,
Prem
Rising
level.
Ballers in the Prem.
Rising League, cooking, and then just come to the Prem and light work. For me, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 as well, bro. I think a 2-1. I expect them to score. Scorers. No, I'm gonna go unlikely scorer, bro. I'm gonna go Konate to score.
Got that feeling. That's why I said, Konate. I hear it.
And I go Sobo. I think Konate and Sobo would be like unlikely scorers. And for them, I think I'll go with Beto. I think he'll just get a jammy goal, but yeah.
I think Grealish scores against us.
I think he'll be a problem. I don't know if he will score, but I think he'll be instrumental in the game in terms of. I'm hoping because you know with him, he's not like pace. It's just his jinky majinky, and he'll win these dead free kicks, brother. And I hate that.
But this is what it is he will have the ability when they get it to draw 3-4 man onto him, and he's gonna find someone. And that someone, if it's Ndiaye, 1v1 against Konate in the middle of the pitch, where he's got he can go left or right because Verge is marshalling Beto. Yeah, it's over. Like, we just know it. We've seen it. The Semenyo goal, all of a sudden, Ndiaye can do that. But again, if it clicks with Liverpool, it could be a problem, innit? But we just haven't seen it click. And that's what it is.
Fair enough. And before we wrap it up, though, Jay, I saw the Premier League fixtures in it, so I want to get what you think will be the scores in these ones as well. Big games coming up. Obviously, we're giving you the Liverpool score as well. Chat, you can get involved with if you like as well. Brighton and Spurs, bro. Where do you see that going?
3-1 Spurs.
Brighton's been cooking as well, though, you know.
No, listen, Brighton have been cooking. I just think Spurs have got players now that could just do something out of nothing.
Yeah, that can cause problems, innit?
Xavi Simmons, Kudus, Do you know what I mean? Like you just like
You got players.
Paella just in front is a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like the team looks good now, man. Bentancur in there. I like Spurs a lot, man. I think it will click in this game. I know some people are talking about. I think defensively they'll be very, very solid. I don't think that'll be their problem, and I think they'll click. I think they'll click.
No, fairs. What about Burnley Forest?
How about you?
I don't know, bro. Because Spurs on the day is cold here. Defensively, they're solid as well, and they've got ballers in the team. But then Brighton on their day, bro, it'll just be one of those 2-1s. You're like, how did Spurs lose 2-1? Yeah, I'm gonna go draw. I think a draw with them too. Burnley Forest.
Forest win that. Just.
Yeah, I go with Forest as well. Just, yeah.
Reason I say just, yeah, is just because of the defensive side of it. Because I know they got knocked out by Swansea, but I saw their first 2 goals, yeah, and the football was crazy. Like the ball, like to get that in less than a week is like, all right, this guy knows what he's doing in terms of just forward play. But it's just the other side of the game, innit? And I think they need to get used to it. And I think as a result, that would be it. And I think if Burnley open themselves up, they're more likely.
It could get cooked in.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
So it just depends. But I think, just in this game, I think
Palace West Ham. This is an intriguing one, bro. Because Palace this season, they've been really good defensively, and like they haven't really conceded goals like that. But then West Ham, they could have that little West Ham bounce now, innit? That little West Ham bounce,
You've got to hope so, man, because they're saying if Potter loses this, it might be all over.
Is he done?
Like,
Is he done? Okay.
That's what the rumors. You know, the Athletic. Come out with a picture of Potter looking down, and they're like, yeah, the team are like. Do you know what I mean? And worst thing about it is, West Ham are looking at Nuno, innit? Nuno's I think he's
they're getting sacked. He's getting
so
sacked.
If they lose, they get sacked. And I think
they're losing, bro. It's just written now. If they're looking at man, it's written. You know what man are gonna down tools in the game because they just won him out. You know, it's not even like downing tools, but certain man kilometers are gonna be lower in this game where they're not run the same amount that they ran last.
Do you know what's a shame with West Ham though? Yeah, is I've watched them. When I've watched them, they've been all right. But you know, like they'll be all right for like 30 minutes of the game, and the first goal will go in, and it's like my under 12 last year, bro. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, it's like, bro, them man looks shell shocked. All of a sudden, they're just giving it to Piquet at mad angles. They're asking him to run through people. He's just booting the ball, and you know, like the game's just petering out, and you're like, oh, you lost 5-0. But it was, bro, you had the 3 chances that Bowen missed, and now you're losing 5-0. How did that?
That doesn't even make sense, bro. Wolves Leeds. I don't even know. I promise you, I don't know, bro. You flip a coin and then pick one, bro. I'm gonna go Wolves.
I'll flip a coin, bro. I'll go Leeds. I'll just, you know what I mean? You take the one side of the coin.
Because I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. This one's interesting though. Like Man United and Chelsea, bro. Can Man United get a win, bro? Or Chelsea gonna smoke them?
You see my man there. This is the game he thrives on. This brother here he's the demon of the Premier League. He's looking at that game, and I guarantee you on the way there, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get Amorim sacked, bro.
That man there. That's like,
in the accent as well, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm trying to get him sacked.
Nah, this brother went to the carnival with fake dreads, bro. Big up to Palmer.
Did you see his performance in the flipping in the game against?
I didn't see when he come on, innit?
Against Bayern,
he's mad. He just come back in it.
Just come back and he done the one. Do you see him ran 1-2 first time finish?
The nutmeg. I saw the nutmeg he gave. Who did he give the nutmeg to in the midfield, bro? He just left him. I said.
No, but there was a one when he done it. He drove. He gave it to Gusto. Gusto played it to him first time. You know, in our team, someone's touching it. Man opened his body up and just like, open his foot up. Top corner. It looked like he was like the training drills where there's no defense and the ball comes in first time, you finish it, and then you run back
finish it
to defend or whatever. Bro, it was just that, and I was like, And then at the end of the game, where you got the ball's played in. First time, little touch, def left. He's a killer. This guy, you see, this is why I get annoyed at Verts, because I'm like, there's a brother doing it Like, you know, like he's taking the game by the scruff of the neck and he's saying, this is me. Like, I'm playing with purpose. Just please do that tomorrow, Verts. Please. Just show us something where you're like, I've had enough now. I'm rapping.
You know when some gaffers free you up, blood. Sometimes the gaffers don't free man up. You know when you're still in the constraints, blood, in the tactics. Fulham, Brentford. I'm gonna go with my close. I'm going Brentford, man. It's my guys, man. They have to go and get a Hendo on the man them.
Hendo, you know what?
And Cavalli on them.
I think it will be Fulham. At home, I'm going Fulham. You see the new signing, Kevin?
Yeah.
He is. Did you see his debut? Did you watch it?
You know what? It's because Sab mentioned him bare times. You know, he was just like, nah, bro. You see this one name Brazilian, you demand them with just first names, no mad names, just Kevin.
Bruv, Kevin with an accent on the E, bruv. Bruv, the way he was moving in that debut, yeah, I know. He got the ball and was just, it was like, do you know who he reminds me of? Yeah. And actually, yeah, I can say that. Douglas Costa.
The man them are just, but they're just mad sharp, quick.
No,
they're
gone, cut inside, he wrapped it. Keepers all stretching top corner, like in the debut. He just came on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like the manager.
First name Donnies, man. Shout out to Sam because he's the one who mentioned him.
I think Fulham maybe a draw, but I don't think Fulham lose. If they did, that'd be it. They're looking at. I think Fulham are looking at it, thinking, "Yeah, this is a game we've got to win at home.
This is a game we've got to win.
We have to win at home." So,
Bournemouth, Newcastle, bro. They got a lesson in football. I saw Gordon said, bro, the rotation. He said, bro, we couldn't get close to none of them, bro.
You know what? It was mad. Yeah, it was mad. But saying that,
yeah,
he could have got them up. Right, he could have scored a goal. Barnes could have scored a goal.
Yeah, that's true.
Bruno Guimaraes, even though he was chasing shadows for a lot of the game, when he got it,
that is the worst I've ever seen. Like, you know when he's a baller, right? You know he's a baller, but you give him that prop and then praise, and you put him on them pedestals like, nah, baller. But you see when you come against guys that make you look like you ain't got no footballing ability. Bro,
but the thing is, you say that, but even with Bruno, though, a couple of times he got the ball and he spread it out wide into Gordon, you know, and he found him, and Gordon's touch was
I've seen him man nearly trip over his foot. I've seen him, bro. He even apologized to Alanga. Yeah, the ball came to him and he just kicked it off the pitch. He's an ass.
Yeah, do you know why? Because that's the most he had to run in a half. You know, when he ran and he was like, bruv, you're getting it and your legs are jelly. He's like, bruv, I ain't felt this since pre-season, bruv. This was supposed to be our easy week. You know, that we didn't have any hard running. It was just football. Yeah. Now it's like, bruv, why am I doing doggies? Bruv,
like, they chased shadows differently in that game. Frankie de Jong, and Pedri in the middle of the park. At some point, I saw them, like they drawed, man. They were waiting for them to close them, and they would do like a little change of their body position, not the ball, just change, but and then the guy will stop, and then they'll just roll it forward, and then slow it down. They wait for him to press, and just pop it off. And I'm like, bro, they're gonna keep doing this to you. Don't fall for the bait. Stop falling for the bait.
The thing is, they have to, because how press, brilliant, press. Bro, you can't. What do you mean? You do that, bro. As soon as that started moving mad, he was at 5 changes, bro. As soon as, bro, you have 5 changes, and then
he did 5. Even Joe Linton looked like he had kryptonite in his pocket, bro. He couldn't get close to no one out there.
No,
bro. I see him grab. He tried to grab after not Ferran Torres. Who was it? Firmino. He tried to grab after his ankle and that. He just turned him and left him. I said, no.
No, but this is what happens. This is how you counter that type of football, and this is where it goes back to when I was talking about Liverpool. Just keep the damn ball, bruv. Just keep it. But instead, you want to feel, man, and touch, man. Just get away, move it 1 and 2 touches. Rondo. Just have that in your head. But anyway, but look, all that said, they scored a goal. They could have scored more. They could have scored more, and they performed better than I've seen other teams perform against Barca, and Barca could have easily gone and conceded. And even towards the end, Tonali had a shot that goes in. It's a 2-2. So yes, they knew they were coming up against a team that were better than them technically and in terms of in possession. But I think they would have known going into that. So their game plan kind of worked, because it didn't go 5 and 6s. It was 2-0. And to be fair, they were struggling to get their goals off. Nick Pope had a good game. Burn had a bit of a poor game to me. I mean, like, he wasn't as good as against Liverpool, but you're looking at it like Elanga was causing problems, bro. Elanga, bro.
Why didn't we, like, none of us take a gamble on that blood? Because
I
he's
said
actually
it.
cold,
I said it. Man were telling me he's rubbish. Man were telling me Madueke is the better signing. I'm like, what are we, man? What are we talking about? This man,
bro,
this man
Elanga
direct.
is a problem.
Elanga's a problem. Elanga's a problem. The timing, but if you go and look at that chance where Barnes, Harvey Barnes has to just score that. He has to score that.
He has to put it back across the
he's
keeper.
gone.
I think he tried, but yeah.
Probably,
or lift it. Do you think he lift a little lift?
He could have. Lift on rolling, it weren't like the Ekatike chance where the ball's bobbling because the pass is all mad. The ball slid across that St. James. But it's just a bang. Cole Palmer's scoring it, by the way.
Yeah, it's true. Buries that.
Yeah. So obviously,
to be fair, he's on his left side, though, isn't it? Probably easier.
If that was Isak, it's a goal.
I reckon Isak buries that as well. To be
Isak buries it and he does that.
Yeah, them man there and sliding that. They didn't want that to go off.
Yeah, look, Voltamada, like he didn't start the game, but he looks good. I think he looks good. He actually looks good.
He'll get
like his link up. He got the. I think he got the. No, he set the ball back for Tonali's shot. So he's understanding of like where to be and he's pressing. He can move quick for his size as well. No, he's a decent talent. I think. Yeah, but anyway, going back to the game, I think Newcastle win. Early in the season,
know. My boy Semenyo is gonna cook them Mondays still. My boy Semenyo is cooking, man. Sunderland Villa, bro. For some reason, do you know the only goal I swear they've scored is Harvey Elliott?
That rubbish shot as well. Nah, they're losing this. Sunderland Stadium of Light.
Yeah, they're packing them. Yeah, Sunderland packed them, man. There. And then the big game, bro. The big game, bro. City and Arsenal, bro. The big game Sunday. Liverpool need to win our game because this game becomes heavy leg, bro. Like in that game, they'll be stressing.
City, I think City win it.
I was thinking the same, bro.
You see what people have forgot. They're thinking of you see how Liverpool people are looking at Liverpool's performances, but they're winning. Yeah, people haven't deep that City's performances have been good, but they just drop points. You know, like when you look at their games, they're like, "Oh, you played well, but how did you lose that?" And you're like, "Oh, just Spurs in the moment just caught you, and there was a madness with Trafford, and they scored." They're not getting popped the way people think. Like, and now Doku's doing Doku things that I told man about Doku. You know, if Salah scored that, they'll be like goal of the season, by the way. You know the goal we scored in the Champions League. But anyway, this man here as well, he's
on some mad level, bruv, right now. Like, I felt like the way they disrespected him a couple of weeks back, innit? And they said
because he was injured last season.
Then he bagged 5 goals on international duty. Then he bagged couple goals in the Prem. Then
bagged couple goals here. Quickest player to 50. And you've got Foden that's resurged now. He's resurged.
He looks like he's on it.
It's a bit lively. It's and Reinders, and it's a problem. Like, and look, Arsenal can cause them problems. So I think 100%. The one saving grace that they've got right now is Donnarumma for set pieces is a beast. He comes for everything. He catches everything. And he's not going to play at the back like that, but you're not going to go and concede the goals that you might do. Like that was gone in. He's going to pull up a mad save. He's that level of keeper. So it could go either way. I just think Haaland right now is going to relish. I'm going to be Mosquera. Yeah, come outside. Bro.
That's why I need us to win, because it adds a bit more spice to this game.
100%.
Yeah, because then it'll be like both of them are going to be like, yo, none of us want to lose. So, you know, at some point in the game, it might get to about 70 minutes and they both look at each other and go, it's 0-0. Yeah, let's just take the draw, in it. And they're winking at each other like, should we take the draw? Yeah, because Liverpool won and they know we can't lose. So let's see, man. Let's see.
Look, it might be a draw, in it, but it's a game where that is the Haaland thing. That's just because Arsenal can keep a clean sheet, but not against if Haaland's on it, you're not stopping Haaland scoring his goal.
But you know, with Arsenal, to be fair though, bro, you know the only goal they've conceded is against us.
That's what I hear. and Salah weren't on it, but Haaland's the other one in the league where Haaland's on it. Haaland's scoring. You can't stop. You can't.
Yeah, it's true. He's on it. He's bagging.
It's going to be a diving thing. It's going to tap one in. He's going to press the keeper. Something's going to happen. It's going to be a set piece. He's going to get a goal. Now, how do you react to that? If you try to open up against City, Dangerous.
Yeah, with the way that they're playing out. And they got Rodri back. Reinders is doing his thing. Foden is resurging, as you said as well. Look, it's going to be an interesting game, but I want us to win so it makes this game, adds a little bit more extra spice to it. But listen, man, JJ, thanks for jumping in, bro. Great conversation as always, man. Big up to the chat, everyone that was listening in and taking part in the comment section as well. Back tomorrow for the build-up. I think it's at 11. I'm doing the build-up. And then we're going to be doing the watch-along on Savage's channel. And then straight after that, we'll have the fans call-in, man. Last call-in was gold still. I did it the day later because obviously I was a little bit busy, so I couldn't run it straight after the game. But tomorrow, it'll be there after the game. So join us tomorrow for the build-up and then the watch-along and then the call-in, man. But appreciate you, JJ, man. Love as always, man. Big up to everyone in the building. Peace out.